good morning, afternoon, and evening, depending on when you're getting this information. You're most welcome once again to the best channel on YouTube. Right here, you get the best information and the latest pertaining the UAAG disbursement. This is the Hopeful TV here on YouTube. Please, if you're here for the very first time, you're most welcome. You can always subscribe and click on the notification bell. Please don't forget to do that. To all our new subscribers, you're once again welcome. Today it is gonna be one of the best days, and I promise that you're gonna enjoy it. You're not gonna regret it. Yes, I mean, because the UAAG alert, it's been confirmed. Yes, the disbursement alert has been confirmed. So I'll urge everyone to sit tight, relax, be rest assured that once you've been registered, once your name is there on the list on any NGO or parastatals, you definitely get your funding. You get your funding. I promise you, you're gonna get your funding. So I'll urge you to sit tight, relax, don't be worried. Just relax your mind. You're gonna get your funding because the disbursement has already been confirmed. We still remain the Hopeful TV right here on YouTube. So enjoy the information. Thank you very much.
Honorable ladies and gentlemen of the Truth Legacy platform, and to the entire grant community. My name is Pastor Donald Obasokore, the Digital Truth Legacy platforms. I wouldn't have made any voice note to clarify on the voice note of the country director, who is also known as Apostle Professor Ken Wakama, the country director of Sanctuary Wealth Multipurpose Foundation. There is one thing that is a very big problem in the Nigerian grant community. There are times I ask a question: the people in the grant community, are they children or are they adults? Because it baffles me when an adult that has been fed with information, we begin to ask questions like a kid. We begin to react like a kid. From onset, that community development project flagged off at for the public. 2024 was not when community development project started. There is something I was able to communicate when I discovered about this. I said to us that Sanctuary Wealth Multipurpose Foundation is a project of its own, it's a grant of its own under Apostle Professor Ken Wakama. It's a project of its own. The only thing there is Sanctuary Wealth came up with the platform operational name UAAG and was pushing why the delivery was on course, that is in progress. Something happened. It wasn't the time that community development project came on board. No, it's only that along the line this thing became a public matter. The opportunity was given out to the public. That is the truth. And the reason that thing happened is the act of God. The reason it happened. The reason behind it is something I'm not going to talk about now. Until the chairman of the stakeholders, if he wants to talk about it, good. If he doesn't want to talk about it, what matters most is disbursement. That is what matters most. The voice note of Apostle Professor Ken Wakama doesn't in any way contradict anything. He never contradicted himself in his speech. He never did. He never also contradicted any other thing. For instance, I want you people to understand very well. In this disbursement that is going to happen, sanctuary wealth is there under grant handlers. That is the first one that is going to be fronted. I mean under grant handlers. Theobarth is there. St. Rita is there. And all stops like that the federal government, IMF with the stakeholders agreed that these people shall be incorporated into the system. At the end of it all of you will still see it happen. Because I personally have come to realize that there are very few number of adults in the whole of the grant community. And I'm not insulting people, no. But I am trying to be very factual. If information is being released to you and you cannot marry the information when matters demand that you should be able to sieve information, and you still act like a child or like a baby, then there is a problem. In the Holy Bible, we have different categories of children. And their attitude is never the same. Those ones that are regarded as technos they have a way of life that is different. Their maturity is not something like the Huios. Then the worst category of them are the ones called the Nepios. These ones are the ones that, just like you see a kid, 6 months old child, 1 year old child, who cannot express himself or herself with a good understanding of language or communication. Anytime that person wants to communicate, the person makes a sound that is too difficult to understand. And there are too many Nepios in the grant community. And this is why the issue that has to do with scam is high level. If you are in a system over and over, you cannot understand what you are doing there. Why are you there? We have taken time to explain all these things. This man has to come out and clear himself, because there is a reason why he said what he said. I know how many people ranging in hundreds that have been asking about subscription of UAAG, but I told them I don't know anything of that nature. There is nothing of that nature. Okay, what of if there are people who are doing that intentionally in order to indict him? They call it the UAAG pioneer. Where do you hear such a thing? Who told you such a thing? Or sanctuary wealth pioneer? Who told you such a thing? So when this man came out to use his own mouth to clear the air, and I'm sure he knows what he's doing. He is not in any way, because when you begin to talk about the authority controlling the whole grant, it's only one authority. And if you are not careful in anything you are doing, you will contradict yourself and shoot yourself on the leg. That is why when there is need for communication to happen, then someone's supposed to do it to vindicate himself against any kind of now or past or future indictment. We should be working with wisdom. I don't see anything wrong in what he did. He said, I don't know anything about Pioneer. I am not involved in it. he said it, he didn't discredit it in terms of saying such a thing. I don't know where it is. For this reason, it is fake. We should understand communications, and it will help us. Let everyone be relaxed. When you will become agitated, is when disbursement happens as proposed, as scheduled, and then there is nothing like community development project, which is pioneer, and all those slots being paid. You have a grant to become agitated and begin to put up costs here and there, as many of you are fond of. I pray that at the end of this disbursement, some of you will be able to really handle matters perfectly, because what I am seeing in grant community, it is heartbreaking. This is the only environment I have seen that has no leadership structure, that people do not see a leadership structure where they should be able to follow. You carry sanctuary wet matter to Centrita, you carry Centrita to what do you call Theobarth, you carry Theobarth to Supreme Woman. Who does such a thing? You carry community development project and scatter everything, join all of them together. If you have BP and died, your ancestors are very much available to welcome you back, whether in hellfire or in heaven. So it is better for everyone to be relaxed and be focused. The message Apostle Professor Ken Wakama passed across is a diligent message, intelligent message, well-coordinated message. And if you don't understand it, you keep quiet. It's not everything that somebody will come out and be talking about. Everything is not meant for argument or opinion sampling. No. There are things that are higher than your understanding. When you see it, you keep quiet. And then highest, look for somebody that has a better knowledge of what is going on and ask what is going on in this matter. And as far as grant community is concerned, I am one of the people that are taking time to do thorough explanation of these things so that you will be able to know what is going on and where you belong. God bless us. Today is 2nd of November 2025, and nothing has changed. And we believe God, nothing is going to change. I am also using this time to remind us that the Truth Legacy Platform prayer, today being 2nd November 2025, shall be by 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. The public relations manager of the platform and other management members have already been very active in communicating. Expect the turnaround. Everything has its beginning and everything has its end. And we have come to the end of it all, which is the end of celebration. I mean, the end that brings celebration, the end that wipes away tears.